Hello. Got a first major mechanical job to do with the Zuma today. The roads in Edinburgh, frankly, are a bit of a nightmare. They're in poor condition. We also have a lot of cobbles in the town, which can make riding a small wheel bike like the Zuma a slightly uncomfortable experience from time to time. So I thought, well, I had a look around the internet, and one of the consensus opinions was ditch the original shock absorber and get yourself an adjustable one, which should make quite a difference. Now, I asked the UK Honda Ruckus Facebook page which one they would recommend, and they all came up with this little beauty. This is a Kitaco shock absorber designed specially for the Zuma. You get that. You get a washer, and you get some instructions, which I wouldn't bother reading because they're all in Japanese, but there's a very helpful diagram which makes it all pretty clear what you do. Now, I could order that from Japan itself, where they're not overly expensive, but when you add on the postage and any import duty, it just becomes ridiculous. There's an eBay seller from Italy who can supply them, but again, you add on the postage and the price they want is higher, and it's not really worth the bother. And also, you've got the delivery time waiting. So a big shout out to Dave from Jackson's Customs, who specialise in some absolutely beautiful custom-made Zoomers. I'll put a link to their website on at the end of the video. He had these in stock because he fits these to all his bikes that he prepares, and he got me one of these sent next day delivery. Fantastic. Cost £75, which is fine. It would have been a lot more from Japan, and it would have been pretty much the same coming from Italy, and you would have had the weight, which would have been fairly extensive. So that is the job today. Now, I understand fitting it is pretty easy. You simply have to remove the seat, release the airbox, bolt at the top, bolt at the bottom, change it for the stock one. Easy jobs have a habit of backfiring on me, but we're going to go and fit it now, and I'll take some more film and show you how I get on. So first part of replacing the shock absorber, we need to remove the seat assembly, which is just 1, 2, 3 bolts either side, and away it comes. Nice and easy start. Now, it might not be necessary to remove the baseboard. You might be able to get at the shock without doing that, but I'm going to do it anyway, it's so easy. So you've got your 4 bolts on the top, 4 bolts on the seat, the baseboard rather, and round here you've got a screw there and a little screw there, and that's all you do to remove the baseboard of the bike, which gives you access to the engine, the wiring, all kinds of interesting things. So this is what you get when you remove the baseboard. Now, one of the things is I'd like to replace at some point is the fuel tank. It's looking a bit grotty, and also the previous owner, the key got stuck in here to force the cap out. The cap and the key still work, but it's not terribly secure, so that's one reason I'd like at some point to get the fuel tank completely replaced. These are about £112, I think, so it's not something I'm running to do at the moment. Fuel pump's in there. That's the sensor for the low fuel warning, and this is the engine. As you can see, I've got the Polini engine box. That's the CDI. There's your engine. The wiring all looks reasonably well done. Do with a wee dust, we'll give it a brush out later. And anyway, here is the top bolt for the shock absorber. We now have to take off the airbox here to get to the bottom bolt. As with everything else on the Zuma, removing the airbox couldn't really be easier. Bolt there, and another one tucked up, I don't know if you can see it, tucked up under here. And we have access to the bolt that we need to get to for the shock absorber. Working on this bike's a dream. So we're going to take those bolts off now and look at replacing the shock. Top one and bottom one, and it should just come out hopefully. Right, that's the old shock out, nice and simple. Just watch, the bike does obviously drop slightly when you remove it. I'll give this a wee clean up because it's a bit grotty looking, and then we'll fit the new one. Bolts came out, that was easy. That was a wee bit stiff, that one, but it came out with decent sockets, that no problem. I unhooked the hose here just to remove this one here away a bit, but again, it's just so simple. Fantastic. Right, new shock absorber getting fitted. Now, one shock absorber on. To adjust it, you've got a 6mm Allen key or something in there, apparently turn that. Dead easy to put on. It's a little bit more fiddly if there's only one of you, which there is, but how I did it to get the bottom bolt on was just lifted the bike slightly with the exhaust bracket, just until I got the bolt lined up with the hole. Only took a couple of minutes. I've given this a clean up here to get rid of some of the accumulated grime. Check your bolt tightening with the, what's it called? One of these things. Yep. It's 40 at the top, Newton meters, 26 at the bottom, torque wrench, that's what it's called. So that's the shock on, and we just have to adjust it a little bit now, and then put the airbox and the base plate back on again, and we move on to the next project. That, I have to say, was very simple. I've never done a mechanical thing before. It's an easy job, so don't be afraid of it or worried about it. Dead easy.